It's our first Munzing Media broadcast of the 2025-26 Central Maine Community College season. I'm Caleb Lamb as we get set for our first home game of the year as women's soccer gets set to take on NCAA Division III opposition Husson University. And our first pregame interview of the season is with a first-year Zion Armstrong, one of our, well, I would say forward, but I've also been told you could play midfield and defense if necessary, Zion. Coach Rob throwing you to the wolves without even getting your media training later on this week. Thank you, though, for being willing to step up and talk to us.
Of course.
Well, first thing I have to ask you about, obviously, is the feeling of getting your first goal out of the way, because that happened in the season opener last night on the road against Thomas. Not a bad finish. Fox in the box, knock home the free kick after Sarah Labby sent a very good shot on that was spilled in front. That's got to be a nice weight off the shoulder before you even played in front of the home crowd.
Oh, definitely. It was definitely nice to just be able to have more of a less stressful game to just like let loose and kind of get the feel of college. So it was nice.
Now, this is obviously very early on in the season for you ladies, but you've been working very hard. We know how much work's gone in the summer away from campus in preparation, and at least now since the end of last week, you've been together as a team. What's the feel like so far through training camp?
It's been really good. I feel like our whole team dynamic has been very good, like just all together. Still fixing things around here and there, but you know, we're getting it together even though we've been here together for a short time, but we all are getting along very well.
That team chemistry is obviously one of the things that can be hardest to figure out when you've only had a few hours together on the field to try to get touches in. But one of the things that head coach Rob Rodriguez has talked about this year is how happy he is with the depth of his squad, and he feels like he's got a roster of 25 players who can all contribute when needed.
Oh, absolutely. We've got girls out there working their butt off to get on that field, so I don't doubt that if any of us get pulled, that the people going back in won't pick up and be able to do what we couldn't do while we're there. But yeah.
That makes sense to me. Zion, we will let you get on with your pregame festivities to get yourself warmed up. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll now send it over to Rob Kennedy to set the stage for tonight's home opener.
Hey, who needs the media training, right? She knocked it out of the park in her first ever interview. Got a goal in her debut last night in the game, a 2-1 defeat up in Waterville against Thomas. And our first interview the day after is the Central Maine Mustangs take on the Husson University Eagles. I'm Rob Kennedy, Caleb Lamb will be rejoining me. Rob Munzing doing our production here and set to go for the fall sports season on a gorgeous night here for soccer. Are we keeping it here? Or breaking? We're going to break. So I thought we might be doing that. So as we kind of get our opening night routine back and set up, we'll break and come back and introduce the Mustangs and the Husson Eagles right after this. It's Central Maine Mustangs Women's Soccer on Munzing Media.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
Or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
The USCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to compete, leveling the playing field for everybody.
Are you stuck with an annuity that's not meeting your needs? Maybe the returns are lower than you expected, or the terms no longer fit your financial goals. Upgrading your annuity could be the solution you've been looking for. With better rates, more flexible options, and the potential to increase your income, upgrading can help you make the most of your investment. We are here to guide you through the process, making it easy and ensuring your financial future is based on your specific goals. Call us to explore your options today.
Our goal in public service is to improve the quality of life in communities. This is the Public Service and Social Sciences Department. We originally started with criminal justice, and then we added more programming.
I'm in the forensic science program.
I want to become a state fire investigator.
State trooper.
I want to be a game warden.
Forensic psychologist. Behavioral health professional.
CM offers a lot more hands-on learning than most places.
The only way to give them that experience is to do that through immersive scenario training.
You actually dust the fingerprints.
Learning how to go through, take pictures, what to look for.
We are the only college in the state of Maine that offers a third-year advanced certificate in police operations.
It is a great way of excelling your career and jump-starting you onto that path.
Public Service Simulation Center allows us to fully implement an immersive training environment.
Can I see your other pen?
You just don't want to get boxed in.
We teach de-escalation and empathetic communication to better address community needs.
The instructors are awesome.
They really care about our education.
We have people that teach who have been members or are actively members of these industries. This is a one-of-a-kind program.
It's preparing me to have a step up in my professional career.
Here at the school, they're really invested in our education.
It's a nice environment.
College Mustangs taking the field here. Warm up last couple of kicks before we start to get going. The announcements for the starting line about 3 minutes and 45 seconds away. We'll talk about the Mustangs a little bit. Of course, they're playing their second game of the season. And Coach Rob Rodriguez doing what he usually does. He wants to get a schedule of very good Division III teams in the area to play against, which he feels really seasons the team for their conference schedule, which will come up later in the year. And it worked for them last year for sure. 7-6-3 was their record overall, but again, that extremely challenging schedule helped them in the Yankee Small College Conference. The 5-0-2 record in the YSCC, that tied the Mustangs last year for first with New Hampshire Technical Institute. But playoffs a different story. They got knocked off in the conference semifinals by number 3 seeded Paul Smith's 3-1 scoreline. And a new team this year has some players to replace. The all-conference keeper and YSCC Player of the Year Emma Knowles has moved on. Madison Turcotte, goal scorer Destiny Moores. They were all first-team all-conference on the YSCC last season, and they have moved on. Goal will be interesting as he's got, Coach Rodriguez does, a couple of freshmen and one sophomore. Devin Eliason will get the start today. She played at Reedfield at Marinacook High School last year. She'll start, and Chloe Pelletier, who played at Mountain Valley, will back her up. I wouldn't be surprised if both see some time here today, but we'll see what Coach Rob Rodriguez has up his sleeve. Over on the Eagles side, they're a lot like the Central Maine Community College Mustangs as far as playing a very challenging non-conference schedule for Coach Dennis Mullins in his 5th season up in Bangor. They were 13-8-1 last year, but like Central Maine Community College, a very strong conference record of 9-1-1 in the NAC, the North Atlantic Conference. First place in the Eastern Division. They entered this tournament as the top seed, and they won the championship. They knocked off Maine Farmington 8-0 in the conference semis, knocked off second-seeded Leslie 3-0 in the conference final, and they defeated the Western Conference champion SUNY Delhi 4-0 in the league championship game to win their first NAC title since 2009. That got them a berth in the D3 tournament and ran into a buzzsaw, number 18 nationally, NYU, New York University, winning that game 7-1 to end the Eagles season. But for Coach Mullins and his staff, they were named the NAC Coaching Staff of the Year last year, and this will be a good test for them out of the gate. They lost some quality players as well, 3 NAC All-Conference players. Kate Harriman, who led the team with 23 goals, and Natalie Aviola added 11 herself. We saw her score a goal right in this very contest last year. Mackenzie Lambert, also All-Conference for the Eagles. She has graduated and moved on as well. But they do have some experience in goal. Madison Weigler will get the start today for Husson University, the junior out of Manchester, New Hampshire. She started 14 out of 16 games last year, 5 clean sheets, 94 saves overall. So that's one area that Coach Mullins doesn't have to worry about as far as replenishing the stock. He's got the goalkeeper coming back to play. Caleb Lamb is going to announce the starting lineups. I'm not sure how much we'll be able to pick up the house mic, so when they announce the players, I'm going to kind of echo him so you can hear at home exactly who's coming out on the field. And the starting 11 for both teams heading out to the center circle where the introductions will take place following our trio of referees tonight. Husson wearing the green. Central Maine Community College, as always, in those home whites with the red. Haley Tarbox in the starting lineup for Husson. Addie Lasley, the senior, top returning goal scorer for the Eagles. Lindsay Reed, the junior, number 7. Evie Flint, number 10. Jackie Pangburn, number 11. Devin St. Louis, number 13, a senior. Maddie Higgins, number 19. Kaylee Noltz, the New Hampshire native, number 23. Riley Speed, the junior. Emma Nicholson, number 33, a junior. We mentioned Madison Weigler in the pink goalkeeper's jersey getting the start between the sticks for the Eagles. Here's the Mustangs lineup. Already saw Zion Armstrong in our pregame. She'll get the start tonight. Haley Wing, the sophomore. Wears number 4 for the Mustangs. Megan Remington, a freshman from Bangor, now starts tonight. Lily Caban, a junior, wears number 9. Bianca Gilmore from Ellsworth, a sophomore, wears number 11. She's starting tonight. Sarah Labby marking her return to the team last night with an assist in the 2-1 loss at Thomas. Heather Nelson from Pittsfield and MCI. She's a sophomore. She'll start tonight. Also a sophomore from Pittsfield, the all-conference player last year, Olivia Varney. The Knutsford England pipeline continues, this time on the women's side, Kiki Shepard. And Emma Koch, the sophomore from Rumford, rounds out the starting lineup on the field. And Devin Eliason getting the start tonight. Rob Rodriguez, the head coach of the Mustangs. Dennis Mullins, the head coach of the Eagles. And we'll pause for the national anthem. Just about set to go here in Auburn tonight. Mustangs and Eagles. A beautiful night for soccer. 73 degrees here in Auburn, Maine. And the wind, which was a little bit stiff in the pregame, has died down a bit. I'm not sure for how long. That's kind of affecting the temperature a little bit, 4 or 5 degrees between jacket weather and non-jacket weather. Won't affect the players, though. Weather will not be a factor in this contest whatsoever. Mustangs, I mentioned last night, lost 2-1. As they were up in Waterville taking on Thomas College. Eagles are playing their second scrimmage game. They took on Southern Maine earlier on this season. And it's an interesting situation tonight for this game because the game is countable for the Mustangs. It will count for the stats. It will count in their record. but not for the Eagles, just a scrimmage for Husson. So how both coaches decide they might want to play this game remains to be seen. Our 3 referees. As the teams on the bench, getting last-minute words from their respective coaching staff. Mustangs playing here at home. They'll head out on the road this weekend. They've got Community College of Rhode Island on Saturday. And then they'll head north a little bit to Holyoke, Mass. and take on Holyoke Community College on Sunday. They'll be here Tuesday the 9th against the rivals from Concord, New Hampshire, NHTI, New Hampshire Tech. Husson University getting set to open up their season. Their first countable game, that'll be against Emerson on Friday at home. And a trip to Colby Sawyer the next day on Saturday. Caleb Lamb rejoining the broadcast now after doing interview duty and starting lineup announcement duty and live stats duty and, well, pretty much everything else that needs to be done here.
Don't you try to give me any other duties, Rob Kennedy, now.
I got a whole laundry list of stuff I can throw at you. Busy time of year, I know, for everybody in athletics, getting their things up and running, getting the season going for all of the sports.
Boy, ain't that the truth. But this is the fun time of year. All the wait during the summer of prepping and waiting for the energy to be back on campus with all the students. All that wait is over, and you got a small taste of it last night with the 2 soccer teams on the road up north. Now we get to see what we look like on our home field, and loving the look of the turnout with all the other athletic teams in attendance today. I'd say we're easily at 300 people out here.
I'll say dinner time's over for some of the students. The teams are here on campus, and a lot of them down to watch this match here tonight. It's a gorgeous night for it, like I was mentioning before you got on the air, as the wind has picked up a little bit. You might be able to hear that in our headphones, our microphones a bit. But a beautiful night to be outside, and yeah, enjoy it now, because we'll be talking about the end of the season. Seem like in about 10 minutes from now, we'll be talking about the end of the season. It'll feel like, because we're in late October, and it won't be nearly this warm.
There's a reason we like to use photos from the early games of the season in all of our posts and stuff for social media. They look so much happier in the sunshine and in the short sleeves.
Hudson's going to start out in possession. Jackie Pangburn, the rookie from Eddington, Maine, played for John Bapps last year. Didn't have too far to travel, just across town in Bangor to go play for Husson. We are underway. The Eagles wearing the road greens here tonight.
And I know you, Rob Kennedy, will appreciate big, large font numbers on the back. So easy to keep track of who's who.
It's always good to have the clashing colors and, the nice large numbers, like number 3, Haley Tarbox on that far side of the field. I can see it with open binoculars. This is great.
I imagine she is going to be one of the players for this Husson team that will be a handful for the defenders today. Remember, this is a Husson team that last year pretty easily handled Central Maine in their matchups. But it's a whole year later in time to see what this new roster looks like.
Yeah, Tarbox last year, 4 goals and 2 assists. I was talking about the pregame that Husson's got some holes to fill offensively. We'll see who steps up, but Tarbox certainly a candidate to do that, as that's deflected out over the goal line for a goal kick.
Was that 4 goals for the season or just 4 goals against Central Maine?
4 goals for the season. 4 and 2 last year. The real killer against Central Maine, Kate Harriman and Natalie Aviola. The 2 of them combined for 34 goals last year.
My goodness.
And no one in the NAC outside of the Eagles fans is going to be disappointed to see that they have moved on. Devin Eliason, the rookie from Reedfield, Maine, played for Maranacook. She's the keeper, and she'll get us back up to open play.
Boy, talk about big shoes to fill, stepping into the void created by losing a 2-time YSCC Goalkeeper of the Year and USCAA All-American in Emma Knowles. But 3 goalkeepers that are all freshmen that head coach Rob Rodriguez seems to think all have a shot at playing time this year. He likes the open competition.
Well, Chloe Pelletier, too, who's not starting tonight, number 20, a rookie, was highly regarded in the Mountain Valley Conference. She played for Mountain Valley High School. And I saw Eliason play a couple times for Maranacook last year. Some of the high school coverage I've done, and she's an impressive goalkeeper.
And both made some impressive stops last night.
Played forward by Emma Nicholson, a junior from Michigan, a transfer from Rocky Mountain College, number 33 out there in green and whites. Played back near side. Caban has that skip by her. Now it's a foot race. Play that back to the keeper, Nault. Back to Weigler. Kaylee Nault, the team captain, and also the 2-time NAC Defensive Player of the Year. Won last year, pick up her 2nd trophy. She's ever present back there in the middle of that Eagles defense.
Remington, good job battling there. The center back out of Bangor Christian drawing some high praise in the early training sessions from Rob Rodriguez about her intensity and her maturity for a first-year incoming in what is a very important spot at center back. You cannot really afford to put a foot wrong.
Evie Flint, the rookie from Sheffield, England. 2 English players in the game today. I'd say 3 British players, 2 English players. We'll see Ailey Irons later from Scotland, who will be entering this contest, we think, for Husson. She's here today. It was a corner, not a throw, taken, and that went behind the goal line. So no need for the Mustangs to play it, although they did. It's a free kick now, a goal kick for Central Maine Community College.
That's always a classic, right foot corner kick from the right corner. You hit an outswinger, and ball's out over the end line before anybody else gets a chance to touch it.
You see that in the early season as well, as players try to get into mid-season form as quickly as possible. Haley Tarbox passed that outside for a shot that went across the face of goal.
I'm going to be kind and call that a cross off target instead of a shot off target. That one, if it had started back the other way, boy, would that have been a nice bend on it. But you like, if you're a Husson fan, how they are getting forward on the front foot here in the opening couple of minutes.
Adding Lasley back to Flint. Flint held the ball a bit. That allowed Zion Armstrong to get there and make the tackle. Eagles switching fields. This is Madison Higgins. Higgins, lots of space. Now she's got some company there with Haley Wing, the defender. First one there is Megan Remington. And Remington blazing by Tarbox, trying to play that up the touch line, but she ran into a little trouble there. Ball turned back over despite the best efforts.
Good job there by the Husson midfield just to shade her towards the sideline, use that as a second defender and run her out of room.
Reed played that back. It's Madison Higgins again. Lindsay Reed could not get through the defense.
What a tackle that was.
Excellent work by Heather Nelson on the tackle. We saw her make some of those last year. She's not afraid at all of contact. That's a great ball in, and an even better stop by Eliason off Haley Tarbox. Jackie Pangburn, the rookie, with that great pass to Tarbox in some space.
Boy, you can hear that from the Husson head coach. That has to be a goal. You get that open through into the heart of the box, but Eliason comes out, makes herself big, and just sometimes takes away the attention of the shooter, and Tarbox drills it right down Broadway at her.
Lasley back to Kaylee Nault. I think that's the one criticism that Dennis Mullins will have on that Tarbox shot, is that Tarbox made it a little too easy for Eliason. Made a great save, but kind of went right down the middle.
Yeah, that's one you just pick a direction, one side or the other, and just tap it in. But this is early season still. You're still getting your finishing boots up to full polish.
Emma Nicholson. Another well-defended play by the Mustangs. Remington again, I think.
Yep, indeed. Took that one right off the high chest. Did not flinch an inch.
And she is again right in the middle of things defensively. The rookie from Bangor. I mentioned Bangor Christian High School, one of the top programs in Maine Class D. So she's got some experience playing some big games in high school.
Devin St. Louis right now, the number 13 for Husson, Rob, looking dangerous to me with how she's finding that area right outside the back line of Central Maine and just being in the dangerous area as an outlet for passes. Hasn't gotten a shot to get through traffic on target, but they're going to keep on going to her until someone takes her out of the play.
5 goals and a couple assists for St. Louis last year. She's also a senior on this Husson team. A free kick for the Eagles. Just about to the front third. Nault, good ball. And Eliason played it perfectly. A little too close to the keeper, but a dangerous looking ball from Nault off the free kick. Challenge in the air. Caban there battling with Nicholson. Great challenge. Picked up by Varney. Varney's got Caban if she can find her. Flags down. Caban, the edge of the area. Back to the 18, just out of the reach of Varney.
Well, the first really good sign of life from the Central Maine attack going forward, and no surprise it's Varney who's Obviously a all-conference player from last year, and you could say maybe the most physical presence in that midfield for Central Maine.
Played in and wide of the goalkeeper, Varney. Career scoring record in high school for the MCI Huskies, 100 goals plus for them. Scored 6 last year in her debut season for Central Maine to go with 4 assists and 16 points. She is the leading point getter among returnees this season.
Yeah, no double-digit returner and not expected to be a new one in the group from Rob Rodriguez, unlike the last couple of years when you had All-Americans like Destiny Moores and Natalie Tracy. This is going to have to be offense by committee for this CM team, but they've probably got 6 or 7 different options that they can look at in their front three. And this first combination at least getting a couple of looks.
Lindsay Reed's ball just behind St. Louis after she made a great challenge to take the ball away. Nicholson. Flint. Here's that right side of the field. There's a ball in and just wide. That was a challenge. And I'm not sure Elias would have had that if that was on target. It was over her head.
No, Tarbox with a great look there, just dialing one up, and Eliason doing what you should do as a goalkeeper in that position, which is get to your front post, take the angle away. But if someone can dip one over your head dangerously towards the back post, there's not a whole lot you can do about it unless you've got a set of go-go gadget arms up your sleeve.
10 minutes into the contest, possession squarely in favor of the Eagles so far as they've had the bulk of the ball.
For the people under 30 watching who don't get that reference, I don't know what to tell you. I can't help you there.
Hey, I got it. I'm selfish. All I care about is myself. That's all that matters. Higgins rolling that to the edge of the area, played outside by St. Louis. And on goal again by Tarbox, that time no problem for Eliason.
Well, she's getting tested here early on. She faced 5 shots in the first 20 minutes last night and only allowed 1 goal on a sublime shot into the side netting. So she's getting another workout here less than 24 hours later and standing tall.
Here they come again. Tarbox, a heavy first touch. Lost the handle. Now it's St. Louis on the edge of the area. Lindsay Reed. St. Louis has the shot. It was off the side of her foot. And that will spin out toward the goal line, but stay in play. That's bouncing around. Jackie Pangburn on the bouncing ball. Tough to volley that. She missed it wide. Pangburn played for John Babst last season. The Bangor area player. She's from Eddington. Made the Penobscot Valley Conference first team for a couple straight years. And scored 15 times for the Crusaders. So someone else to watch in this Husson lineup as far as goal scoring potential. Higgins. She scoots by Wing. Wing back in the play, though. Toward goal, and the one hopper handled easily by Eliason.
They're throwing shots in from all angles right now, trying to see if they can unnerve this freshman goalkeeper, but she is staying tough to the challenge, that's for sure.
Oftentimes that has the opposite effect. You take a lot of those shots, most of them not overly threatening. The one that came from Tarbox on the side that dipped down and looked like it might have a chance to go over the head of Eliason was a touch dangerous, but other than that, they're shots from distance.
That one from Central in the 6, you could call a prime goal-scoring opportunity, but she even stopped that one.
Yep. That was the one, I think, that you would say is the prime one. That, as Mullen said, should be 1-0 to our side with that one. But for the most part, they've been shots from length. But here they come again. A lot of time to make that cross and delivery. That's headed high, but still in the danger area. Now loose in the area. And clear, I think, was bounced off of who? Let's see. Did that go off Lindsay Reed?
Indeed.
It did.
That is lucky there, as you never want a situation where you've got a ball to fall inside the 6-yard box there, that's for sure. But
whenever the ball dies inside the area at all, especially the 6-yard box, it's panic time.
They got away with it there, that's for sure.
Elena LeBlanc, the sophomore, into the game. So is Madison Valentine, the junior. First 2 changes coming for Central Maine and Coach Rob Rodriguez. Lights just flipped on here. They'll be in darkness by the time the second half rolls around, or not too long into it. There's a shot, and a good one as well. Just over the bar. Haley Tarbox again, not shy about letting it fly.
Just trying to see who else came out there for CM there. We had Haley Wing sub out, and I think it's Labby. So Sarah Labby's out.
And again, trying to work the ball up the wing. Too many green shirts. Lindsay Reed with the interception that time. Flint played into the area. The edge of the 18, now outside. St. Louis trying to set herself up. Made a nice pass, but it's just behind Pangburn. And the flag is up. The Eagles offside. Husson spent the first 14 minutes knocking at the door. Varney had it for a moment, couldn't maintain possession. That's dropped and taken by Armstrong. Zion Armstrong trying to play it right up Broadway. Nault was there, as she usually is. Maddie Higgins. Tarbox. Tarbox turns, shoots, so one hopper, and again Eliason in possession.
A little bit different here, Rob, from how the first half went against Thomas yesterday. You obviously expect to see some tired legs for this CM team who spent so much time yesterday just chasing a very rapid Terriers squad that wasn't afraid to dribble and fly down the wings. But this Husson team a little more methodical in their build-up, but it's still been very effective for them possession-wise.
Collision there with Armstrong and Nicholson. Nicholson got the better of it and has the ball, but she's under fire from Olivia Varney. And fouls the Central Maine midfielder. Free kick to the Mustangs. A busy season again, as it always is here at Central Maine Community College and Munsing Media broadcasts. Men's and women's soccer, spring baseball and softball.
Volleyball?
Volleyball will be coming up too, yeah.
Ice hockey's like barely a month away, for heaven's sakes.
That's right, too. It's a winter sport, but it starts in second week of October, I think.
I think they're this time around going last week of September.
Wow, even that early.
Well, why not?
ACHA starts before the NCAA.
Yes, it does.
Armstrong. Good takeaway, but the pass intercepted and played ahead. Riley Speed. Speed from our Central High School Red Devil. Crossed into the area and had Pangburn there. It was played out by the Mustangs. It looks a corner coming up here. It's a second one for Husson. Addie Lasley is going to take the corner. Lasley setting up left-footed. Try to swing that in toward the goal again. Another in-swinger. Last time they tried the out-swinger. In and up out of play. This one into the area. Look out! It's off the post, and Eliason covers it up. Oh, inches away from opening the scoring. Kaylee Nault was up there. I think she was the one in the area who made that touch. She's mostly known for her defense. This could be a chance here. Kiki Shepard. Shepard. Two defenders there trying to play that back and does connect with Caban. Armstrong trying to force the issue, but the spin brought it right back to the Husson Eagles. St. Louis trying to work past Gilmore, who wouldn't allow it. St. Louis making her run. The pass to Lindsay Reed as they'll switch the field. It's played back up and out of touch by Madison Valentine. A couple of subs coming in now. Let's take a look at that shot off the post. And that was Kaylee Nault, too, with a left foot. Inch or two away from opening the scoring here. The Mustangs dodge a bullet. We're still scoreless.
Couple of warning shots there, but you're not going to hang on to those forever. Got to get some more possession going for them, and the change to bring in the veteran, Michaela Martirano, even in her first year with this team, might help steady the ship a little bit.
Eliason with some brave goalkeeping. The rookie came right out, made the sliding challenge to clean the ball. Kiki Shepard is at least going to get a talking to here and might get a card for that two-handed shove. A lecture, I think, is more likely here in this game. And that's what she receives. I think if that's mid-season, though, you might see the card produced.
Yeah, the hands a long way out, we'll say, for making contact with the shoulder there.
Sometimes the referees have to make tough calls, and sometimes there's that.
Well, she was warned coming across the pond that the Americans play a little more physical style of game. The attempt to adapt to it, maybe a little too physical in her own regard.
Here's a shot again, and Eliason making the save. Lindsay Reed with the opportunity.
That was a good left foot rip there by the number 7 for Husson. Dipping low and towards the corner on target.
This Eagles team, when they have some daylight, when they have room to shoot, they take the opportunity. That's a great ball outside. Tarbox shoots and scores. Great pass outside to free up Haley Tarbox, who opens the scoring in the 19th minute. Tarbox, a shedder defender to the left foot, and just snuck it inside the post.
Well, we talked about it. You're only going to get away with so many opportunities before you get stung, and that's a good decision there to cut it back more centrally. She looked to go more to the outside to set up the shot with the less angle towards goal. This time around, she tries to cut to the middle, and it pays off well as Eliason has to shade a little more centrally.
Oh, and a single out Jillian Long, too, the rookie who just checked in the game a couple moments ago as a sub. She made that pass, which is a beauty that gave Tarbox plenty of space.
This is where I think that they ought to change the assist rule on Zark, because Tarbox had more than 3 touches, or more than 2 touches, which means you can't give her the assist on it. But that pass was about as inch perfect to set up the goal as you can get.
Long, a 2-time state champ at Newmarket High School, just over the Maine-New Hampshire border, and played for the very well-known Seacoast United program.
And I know, Rob, as a hockey guy over at Dartmouth and elsewhere, that you would know the feeling about that some people have that there's too many assists given out in hockey for just glancing it off your toe of your blade in your own zone, and 45 seconds later it ends up in the back of the net.
Bounce it off somebody and have really nothing to do with the play, and it counts as an apple. Played back wisely by Long, who made that pass, and now a good defensive play by the rookie. But it is Mustang's ball.
Martirano, you could see there giving chase, and like you talked about, she might be a year or 2 removed from college soccer, but she's still got the fire and plenty of speed and a veteran presence to know where to go on that press to force the kick out of bounds to get the throw in an advanced position.
Martirano, no stranger to the Yankee Small College Conference, played for CMCC, the arch rivals.
That's a switch that doesn't happen often.
No, I don't think I've seen that before.
I can only think of one, but it was the other way with all-conference selection Daniel McCusker from the very first CMCC women's soccer team. Played 3 years here, and then her last season over at SMCC.
Usually just kind of once you put on the uniform of one team, you're averse to the other forever.
Not only the uniform, you're just not allowed to wear blue at all for the rest of your life.
Even the color is too much. Headed down by Nelson. Good play on the back line by Remington. She's been impressive here in the early going. Evie Flint with a challenge, trying to skip past Martirano. A flag is up. We have a foul and a free kick coming for the Eagles.
Unlucky for Valentine there. She was just looking to pivot that ball away and caught too much of the shin in the process. So foul against her, but from a long way out.
Kaylee Nault, who is always around in the set pieces, will take another one for the Eagles. With a good delivery from a little closer last time, and this one's solid as well, right to the 18. Headed down and poked toward goal on Eliason. Diving for it, was going wide, went wide. Goal kick. We're seeing here in the first 20 minutes and change, though, why Rob Rodriguez wants to schedule teams like Husson, like Thomas, early in the season to get that challenge and really have to play against a quality team and be on the back foot sometimes. Great training for the conference season.
Gotta like a coach who's willing to give his team back-to-back games against higher-level opponents on their third day of practice together.
Yeah, welcome back, ladies. Lindsay Reed called for the foul. And we'll see the captain, Kendra Donahue, entering the game now. Varney set for the free kick for the Mustangs. Just past the halfway mark of this first half. Good challenge by Caban. Remington played a little out of the reach of Martirano. Martirano still battles for it. Well worked outside. Trying to find Kiki Shepard again. She's in a foot race with Donahue, who just came in, fresh legs. And Donahue wins that race. It's a goal kick for the Eagles.
Probably the best move of the game there for the Mustangs in terms of getting some good passes together and attacking down the flank, but couldn't keep that one in play at the end line.
You watch that defense get into position very, very quickly. That'll go out of play, and we'll see a sub now. Evelyn Gerardo will enter. 14 goals, 6 assists last year. As a senior at Northfield High School. She plays fullback and midfield out of Denver, Colorado. She'll replace Evie Flint. Eagles not shy about using their keeper, Weigler. Blasted ahead by Nault. Now it's a race down that right touch line. And it's won by Jillian Long. Long plays that into space. And Long gets there just in front of Remington with a sliding challenge. Takes the ball away. Oh, she's going to be a good one for this Mustangs defense, isn't she?
Not easy to time those right, let alone for a first year. A lot of them would shy away from a sliding challenge where you might pick up a yellow card. Nope, right into it, and very well placed as well to free up the ball.
Great ball from St. Louis. Here's a chance and a save. That was Haley Tarbox again. He's already got one. And St. Louis with a good pass to find her in space. That's something the Eagles have really done well in the first half here, as they've found players with plenty of space and time to set up for some more quality shots as this game has gone on.
15 shots in 25 minutes for us and 8 saves right now for Eliason.
St. Louis again. She'll chip it off the bar. Eliason was right there for it, though, but the Mustangs aren't out of the woods yet as it's loose in the area. Koch. Using the left foot, playing it down that touch line toward Caban. That's out into touch, last touch by the Eagles. The Mustangs will maintain possession. They'll get the throw.
Good work from our ball boys there on the far side, including men's soccer captain Mitch Cameron, who might be trying to lay out some advice as well.
We'll see a little more of the men here at home than the women this year with the schedule. Last year was the opposite.
Well, I think other way around. I think women more home games than the men's team, unfortunately, this year.
Maybe I do have that backwards as that shot just strips wide. Mustangs looking to, on the women's side, return to the top of the table. And the YSCC, that's where they finished last year, tied for first with New Hampshire Tech. Men, of course, well, all they did last year was win a national championship. First one in school history for the Mustangs men.
And boy, did they look good yesterday afternoon on a rainy field in Bangor against Husson.
Yeah, I was talking to Alfie Bashford about that, and he said he felt that the team looks better in the first week this year than they did last year. We'll see how that translates to how things go over the course of the season, but that's very high praise from the captain.
They're very excited about the depth. Only a 23-man roster, but they feel like pretty much everyone can contribute.
Oh, yeah. And, of course, they felt, too, that the goaltending they had last year was the best in the conference and maybe the best in the country, and they've got 2 goalies back, 2 keepers back who saw significant minutes last year.
And Cody Cleveland, who led the entire country in minutes, wins, save percentage, goals against average. That's all he did.
Quello Casati as well will be back too. Delivery into the area that goes by everybody. It's all the way over to the near side. The Mustangs have a chance to get it out of danger. That's exactly what they'll do. Olivia Varney with the nutmeg. That's taken back by Nicholson. Nicholson. Delivery into the area, no one on the other end. And the whistle blows. Jillian Long with a collision. The rookie from New Hampshire called for the foul. Now we got Kenzie Richards into the game. Richards, a first year from J-Maine, played for the Spruce Mountain Phoenix last year. And she'll replace Emma Koch. 28th minute here in Auburn. The goal came in the 19th. Haley Tarbox from Jillian Long, although Long, as Caleb points out, won't get an assist because of the number of touches that it took for Tarbox to free herself up, which was a great individual effort in the edge of the area to take that shot. But what a pass that was from Jillian Long. So 2 subs in, Cassie Schilter and Paige Dunn both checking in for the Eagles. Kaylee Nault will get a rest for Husson. And Haley Tarbox, the goal scorer, also heads over to the bench. I'm not sure how much rest Kaylee Nault gets during the regular season and conference play for the Husson Eagles, but she'll get a little relaxation now. Long. Bouncing shot played well by Eliason. She's handled those bouncers very nicely, and they can be challenging.
Yeah, especially as you're getting used to playing on this turf field where it's easy for stuff to slide a little bit more. You don't always get the pure bounce coming down. And she has stayed right with them. No bobbles, no drops.
Addie Lasley. Room on the outside. She's watched by Gilmore. Lasley switching back to the right foot. Into the area, still with it. Coming over to make the block, Heather Nelson. A sub coming in, Melina Strickland. Strickland back for her second year, a goal and 4 assists. Strickland, a player who can play literally anywhere on the field. She was a keeper in high school, plays on the back line, and could see her at midfield or striker if the need was there. Well, that's probably not something that Rod Rodriguez is going to want to use her for. That versatility is nice to have.
A little bit of winger last year to score, but as you said, she is pretty comfortable in that right back spot and did a good job last night against Thomas in quite a few minutes.
4th corner kick coming up for the Eagles. Addie Lasley will take it again this time. It's from the near side. Looking for the in-swinger off the right foot. Good ball into the area. Chested away. Right back to Lasley again. This will be a bouncer. And a shot off the upright and in. It fell to Lindsay Reed, and the captain and NAC All-Star buries it for a 2-0 lead. That was the challenge there. Eliason got caught a little bit in no man's land as far as that ball was concerned. It was, you'll see it here, kind of crossed her up where it bounced. And Caleb was just talking about kind of some of the bounces off that turf. And unfortunately for the keeper, Reed was right there to hammer it home off the upright.
I got to change that there. I thought that she had fired it off the post and it came back out for somebody else. I didn't realize that went right in from her.
First look to me, I thought someone else was on the other end as well. What a stab by Ailey Irons. Irons just came in the game, the rookie from Strathaven, Scotland. And she immediately became my favorite player on the Eagles just because she's from Strathaven, Scotland. I actually watched her parent team play. She played for Hamilton Academical, which is a club in Scotland just south of Glasgow. Of course,
how on earth were you taking in an academy soccer game in Glasgow? Come on.
Hamilton Academical is a program, though, that has a professional team that played in the Scottish Premier League.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, you know, you'll see youth programs. Seacoast United's the same way here with men's and women's youth programs, a team that plays in the USL2. Same type of thing as that shot's hit wide with the left foot.
Well, now it makes sense that a guy from Maine would be watching women's semi-professional soccer in Scotland.
I didn't see the women's team, unfortunately. Last time I was there at New Douglas Park in Hamilton was a while ago, and I'm not sure what the status women's programs were like at that time. But, yeah, well, I don't see a lot of the stadiums in Scotland, as many as we could get over the course of a few years, and I traveled out there with my brother every summer.
That sounds like a fun time. And for a soccer aficionado like yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Rob Kennedy.
That's why we were there. It was a lot of fun, and a foul called that time on Kenzie Richards.
A lot of fun by you. Not a lot of fun there by Nenza, who got a pretty meaty challenge in, and this is going to be in a dangerous spot as well.
Excuse me, yes. 28, not 24. So a dangerous...
Oh, no, I think actually you are correct.
Okay. Last time I trust you, Mr. Lamb.
Yeah, don't do it.
That kick handled well by the Mustangs. Decent ball into the area, too, just wide. Another sub coming in. The rookie from the Beehive State, Kennedy Freston from Roosevelt, Utah, will enter the game for the first time. Lindsay Reed thought she was heading out, but it's not her. Devin St. Louis will be replaced. Mustangs just having such a hard time breaking the defense and getting out of their back third.
This is something we saw a little bit of last night against Thomas. It's tough on the goal kicks right now of just finding a routine when you don't really have that big leg that can comfortably get it out towards midfield. So there might be some more work to be done on the goal kick routines and the distribution, but finding something where you can maintain possession against a team that presses on you is going to be priority number one, I imagine.
And the Eagles so quick on the ball once it is played by a Mustangs player. There's a defender there and sometimes more than one.
Indeed.
You'll see it right here again. The bouncer right to Irons. Haley Irons played that in front of Strickland. Irons again, intercepts. Played outside to Paige Dunn. Dunn's shot blocked. She has it again, headed forward toward Freston. Freston. Varney came over to simply manhandle her opponent and take the ball, but she's in the middle of four Eagles, and that's a battle that few players will win 1-on-4. Gerardo. They give her space, and she'll take advantage. Played back as the Eagles set things up. Cassie Schilter. Nice one-touch outside, a little too far for Paige Dunn, however. Schilter again. Right to the 18, came through for a quick shot by Irons. That rolls in on Eliason, no trouble for the keeper. Irons with it again. The one thing that made me like her more as far as a Scottish player is she played for the Glasgow Rangers Women's Club. That's my team in Scotland. Not too far from Hamilton.
Caban back in for Olivia Varney to give her a spell on the sideline here, as both coaches certainly taking the opportunity to get as many players as possible into the mix here for some early season minutes. That's what this is all about.
Shepard poaching might come up with this. Good recovery by the Eagles. Push that outside. Gerardo. Well played by Dunn. Intercepted, however, by Gilmore, who blasts it ahead.
How about that challenge from Remington, by the way? Mid-air tackle there to flick it off the chest and back to Bianca Gilmore, and paid the price with a heavy fall. Unaffected. Right back up into the fray.
Elena Strickland on the throw, the Lowell Mass native. Gilmore recovers, try to play that into the area. It got there, but not for very long before being booted away by the middle of the defense. That's number 17, Kendra Donahue. Strickland on the throw again. Good long delivery, but it's played out into touch, and Strickland gets another opportunity. Madison Higgins back in. Haley Tarbox will re-enter as well. Jackie Pangburn will come out. Emma Nicholson also replaced. Mustangs will get another throw. Looking to set up some pressure, consistent pressure in the front third, but that is easier said than done against this Eagles team.
Really just looking to take something you can hang your hat on from these final 10 minutes of this first half. They've spent so much time hemmed into their own defensive end of the field that you just feel like they haven't gotten a chance to play around with possession, to even see how some of these different combinations up front are going to look.
I think even a challenging shot, a sign of intent would be something that the Mustangs could take into the intermission with them. Doesn't necessarily have to be a goal. Just a bit of a way to try to find a way through this Eagles defense. And again, their record last year, if you look at it just by the numbers, wasn't overly impressive at 13-8-1. But again, reading between those numbers, they play a tough schedule, and they were 9-1-1 in the North Atlantic Conference and made the Division III National Tournament. So we're talking about a very good program here up in Bangor that's come to visit Auburn tonight.
Probably a very similar story to what you could say about this CM women's team.
Very much
7-6-3
Yep.
overall last year. Doesn't look great, but unbeaten in conference play.
Yeah, I mentioned that in the pregame as far as it's the same philosophy, I think, of the coaches. Get some quality non-conference opponents.
That's a nice move there by Strickland, but just a little too far away, and that invited the challenge from Irons.
Yeah, Irons stuck right with her. Tarbox. Her shot, Eliason down and smothers it. That ball dipped on her, but she followed it and made the play.
There are dipping shots that you sometimes call that, well, that just didn't have enough muster to get to that. That one was a dangerous dipping shot,
Looks
and
like
that
a
is
sinker ball
well
in
saved.
baseball.
Yes, indeed.
Mustangs will play it out wide. Strickland. They try to work it up the touchline to Zion Armstrong, but it's cut out by Higgins. Riley Pelletier. She'll check in, and Kiki Strickland will get a break. Or Kiki Shepard, excuse me. I had Strickland on the brain because Malin is standing right in front of me, ready for the throw-in.
Kiki Shepard, whose full name Kirale
Yep.
Shepard. A very
great turn.
Good player technical-wise, who's, I think, still trying to find where her best spot is to link up with some of these players. And like we talked about here, Rob, there just wasn't a lot of service coming forward to see what that front three combo could look like. But always on the mix, or on the look to change things up and put other players into the mix, and get a chance here for Riley Pelletier to see how she'll operate in the number 10 role.
Headed high by Pelletier, but she was in between several players. Remington beaten by Dunn. Dunn skipping outside's got some space now and some options. Well defended by the Mustangs with a shot. Deflected off the bar. Eliason made the save and did just enough to keep it out.
Who did that come off of for a foot, Rob?
Couldn't tell. It was in the middle of a crowd, so I wasn't sure who that was. We'll see in the replay in a second.
I thought that might have been the white bandage left leg of Paige Dunn. That was hit very well, and if not for the fingertips, that would have been in off the underside of the bar.
Yeah, it was Dunn or Tarbox. I'm with you, though. I think it was Dunn. We'll see in the replay in just a moment. But the Eagles back on the attack. Here's Tarbox. Again, a great move to free up some space. And that shot just up and over the bar. Let's see that near miss. It's right here. See the end of the play. And that would be done, though, because you can see Tarbox in the picture. She was ready for a rebound that never came.
And she is going to come to the sideline here for another break.
Dunn, a sophomore from Las Vegas, Nevada. Gives you any indication of the reach of these schools as far as where they recruit. Nationwide and worldwide. No problem that time for Eliason. Look at this Husson roster. Scotland, Vermont, England, Guatemala, Utah, New Hampshire, Illinois, Nevada, Michigan. And of course, on the Mustang side, too. England, Massachusetts, and a lot of Mainers.
Just a stats update for you, Rob. Up to 13 first half saves here for Devin Eliason.
Armstrong looking for options. Martirano is in the mix. The pass just in front of her, and out comes Weigler to pounce.
That's exactly the type of play I'm talking about right there, Rob, where you're trying to figure out where players like it. Martirano's looking for that in defeat there on the edge of the line. They're trying to play that one long over the top and just the wires crossed. But that's the type of stuff that's going to come with time and with perhaps more than 3 practices together.
I watched Zion Armstrong play at Winthrop last year, and one of the things that I was impressed by as a Winthrop Rambler, besides her leadership on a young team, was the way she just doesn't give up on balls. And that time you just kind of saw her forcing the issue with Weigler. Great steal from Pelletier. Pelletier stopped at the 18 by Donahue. Just got a toe on that.
That's a potential goal-saving intervention right there with a good run coming from the left side by Martirano.
Tarbox in space now. Heather Nelson keeping a close eye. Freston joining the play. She's in the middle by the 18. Tarbox. Played to the edge of the area. Popped off the bar again. That time it's Irons. Ailey Irons very close to her first ever goal for the Eagles. Third time they've hit the bar or the upright. The PVC's been busy.
I'm going to say I've been a little disappointed in your pun game there, Rob Kennedy. Nothing about off the iron, iron unkind.
It's not iron. If it was a hockey game, maybe. There's irons again, this time a little easier.
Poetic justice is allowed
it's
here.
It's not Ailey PVC. Ailey plastic. Armstrong outside, still battling, but her numerical counterpart Irons got there first. Jones. Crowd in the middle, playing that outside to space, Gerardo. That'll be a foul called. Taken down was Jillian Long. Let's see this one again. There's Irons. Quick on the volley and, ooh, so close. 2 inches lower, she's celebrating a goal.
Husson, give her credit. Good reactions there to turn around and get an arm to it. That could have easily bounced off her and in.
That's headed and flicked just wide. Goal kick. And McCotch will rejoin the action for the Mustangs.
Remington will get a 90-second break here before halftime.
It's a little bit of a breather, as we are in the 44th minute.
Well, she came sprinting off the field, so not that much of a breather.
Sometimes you just don't want to rest.
That's right.
Freston. Kennedy Freston still with it. Irons with some space. Tarbox, nifty footwork. Gerardo, her shot was blocked. Gerardo right back on it though. And the Mustangs with the intervention and played forward by Koch. Donahue back to the keeper. Weigler playing it near side to Higgins. And Ashton Higgins will fire that over toward the Mustangs bench.
That's where you just needed Zion Armstrong a little bit higher up, be even with that last defender for that through ball to give her a head start on trying to run past her. But a very good-looking ball.
Strickland's played out by Higgins again. Just 10 more seconds to kill for the Eagles. I'm not sure the Mustangs will get a chance to do much with this as time runs out. So the Eagles controlled possession, controlled territory, and have 2 goals to show for it. First one in the 19th minute, Haley Tarbox from the right side. And then Reed scoring, make it 2-0. 12 minutes later in the 31st minute. So 2-0, our score at halftime. Husson over the Mustangs here on Munzing Media.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
Or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
The USCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to compete. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
you stuck with an annuity that's not meeting your needs? Maybe the returns are lower than you expected, or the terms no longer fit your financial goals. Upgrading your annuity could be the solution you've been looking for. With better rates, more flexible options, and the potential to increase your income, upgrading can help you make the most of your investment. We are here to guide you through the process, making it easy and ensuring your financial future is based on your specific goals. Call us to explore your options today.
For years, you've worked hard, saved wisely, and dreamed of this moment. Retirement is one of life's biggest decisions. You don't have to navigate it alone. With Gosline Retirement Planning by your side, you can retire with confidence. We're a team of fiduciaries who specialize in the transition from work life to retirement life, and we're here to help. We at GRP are committed to building a plan that lets you live and give better than you thought possible.
Do you know that your current annuity might not be the best fit anymore? In today's markets, there are new options that could offer greater flexibility, higher growth potential, and even enhanced benefits that can be specifically tailored to your needs. Upgrading your annuity doesn't just mean better rates. It's an opportunity to explore these new innovative options designed to help you get more out of your investment. Don't settle for outdated terms. Contact us today to learn how upgrading your annuity can open the door to better opportunities in your retirement.
Jeff Harder here, partner of CBU Advantage. Listen, Medicare can be overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. Whether you're new to Medicare or exploring your options during open enrollment, our team at CBU Advantage is here to help make it simple. We'll help you compare plans, understand your benefits, and find the coverage that fits your needs and your budget. Don't let the confusion or stress hold you back. We're going to simplify the entire process for you. We're just a phone call away. Call us today or click the link below to book an appointment with a licensed agent to discuss your options. Talk to you all soon.
The environment is just awesome.
Great campus, small, close-knit community.
Everyone's really welcoming.
Everything feels very personal.
You feel like you belong here.
Our goal in public service is to improve the quality of life in communities. This is the Public Service and Social Sciences Department. We originally started with criminal justice, and then we added more programming.
I'm in the forensic science program.
I want to become a state fire investigator.
State trooper.
I want to be a game warden.
Forensic psychologist.
Behavioral health professional.
CM offers a lot more hands-on learning than most places.
The only way to give them that experience is to do that through immersive scenario training.
You actually dust their fingerprints.
Learning how to go through, take pictures, what to look for.
We are the only college in the state of Maine that offers a third-year advanced certificate in police operations.
It is a great way of excelling your career and jump-starting you onto that path.
The Public Service Simulation Center allows us to fully implement an immersive training environment.
Can I see your other hand?
You just don't want to get boxed in.
We teach de-escalation and empathetic communication to better address community needs.
The instructors are awesome.
They really care about our education.
We have people that teach who have been members or are actively members of these industries. This is a one-of-a-kind program.
It's prepared me to have a step up in my professional career.
Here at the school, they're really invested in our education.
It's a nice environment.
The USCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to peak. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
It provides a great opportunity.
just the fellowship amongst athletes, get a chance to play against some different teams that typically don't get a chance to play against from different regions, different parts of the country. It kind of gives you an opportunity to kind of see where you're really at against everybody. Really good. Like I said, just a great environment, well-ran tournament. It's a pleasure to be part of organizations like USCA.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2022 to 2025. Set your goals and find your path at CMCC. Let's build a future together.
For years, you've worked hard, saved wisely, and dreamed of this moment. Retirement is one of life's biggest decisions. You don't have to navigate it alone. With Gosline Retirement Planning by your side, you can retire with confidence. We're a team of fiduciaries who specialize in the transition from work life to retirement life, and we're here to help. We at GRP are committed to building a plan that lets you live and give better than you thought possible.
Do you know that your current annuity might not be the best fit anymore? In today's markets, there are new options that could offer greater flexibility, higher growth potential, and even enhanced benefits that can be specifically tailored to your needs. Upgrading your annuity doesn't just mean better rates. It's an opportunity to explore these new innovative options designed to help you get more out of your investment. Don't settle for outdated terms. Contact us today to learn how upgrading your annuity can open the door to better opportunities in your retirement.
From Biddeford, a highly touted goalkeeper for the Husson University Eagles. So it looks like we're coming into play the second half here as we back here in Auburn. I'm Rob Kennedy along with Taylor Blam. We're all Munzing doing our production here tonight. The Mustangs and the Husson Eagles making the trip down from Bangor. And Husson in control of this game territorially and on the scoreboard with a couple of goals. They lead 2-0. Let's take a look at the goals. We'll start with the first one that came in the 19th minute, and it's Haley Tarbox. And Tarbox probably led the team in shots in the first half. We don't have that officially yet. You might be able to take a look at that, Caleb, but she was all over the ball, and that time just snuck it inside the near post. What she's so good at, too, is taking the opportunity and freeing up space. What we didn't see on that I want to mention, though, was Jillian Long's pass that put her into space and freed her up. That was a masterful pass that set up Tarbox for the 1-0 lead. 12 minutes later, the Eagles doubled things up. This time it's Lindsay Reed. Reed will kiss this one off the upright. You'll see it here as the scramble in the goal mouth off the uprights and just into the side netting. Reed, the junior, from Carmel, Maine, the team captain, all conference last year in the neck, doubling the advantage in the 31st minute. And really the match was played down to our left throughout most of the first 45 as the Mustangs just having a hard time getting the ball. That time a shot from distance off the upright, off the bar in that situation. Devin Eliason very busy. And you can look at the stats, look at the score sheet, but Devin Eliason, I thought, had a very good first half.
Yeah, taking a look at how her stats shaped up, 14 saves on 16 shots in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all in terms of how Husson is looking. Tarbox, 8 shots, 6 of those were on target, 3 and 3 for Lindsay Reed with that goal, and you got a couple of shots down the length, that most of those going off target, but putting a lot of opportunities on net. Paige Dunn as well, give her credit for that delivery. She had a couple of from distance that were looking very, very dangerous. So this is certainly a Husson team that has the look of going to be another factor in the NAC for another season with the number of weapons they've got.
NAC champs last year lost some all-conference players, lost 34 goals between Natalie Aviola and Kate Harriman. They do look like they've got some talent and some depth. We'll step aside and take a break. We come back the second half from Auburn, the Mustangs and the Eagles. It's Husson 2, Central Maine 0 on Munzing Media.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm gonna be a lawyer.
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm gonna be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
there is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
The USCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to compete. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
Are you stuck with an annuity that's not meeting your needs? Maybe the returns are lower than you expected, or the terms no longer fit your financial goals. Upgrading your annuity could be the solution you've been looking for. With better rates, more flexible options, and the potential to increase your income, upgrading can help you make the most of your investment. We are here to guide you through the process, making it easy and ensuring your financial future is based on your specific goals. Call us to explore your options today.
Our goal in public service is to improve the quality of life in communities. This is the Public Service and Social Sciences Department. We originally started with criminal justice, and then we added more programming.
I'm in the forensic science program.
I want to become a state fire investigator.
State trooper.
I want to be a game warden.
Forensic psychologist.
Behavioral health professional.
CM offers a lot more hands-on learning than most places.
The only way to give them that experience is to do that through immersive scenario training.
You actually dust the fingerprints.
Learning how to go through, take pictures, what to look for.
We are the only college in the state of Maine that offers a third-year advanced certificate in police operations.
It is a great way of excelling your career and jump-starting you onto that path.
Public Service Simulation Center allows us to fully implement an immersive training environment.
Can I see your other pen?
You just don't want to get boxed in. And
We teach de-escalation and empathetic communication to better address community needs.
The instructors are awesome.
They really care about our education.
We have people that teach who have been members or are actively members of these industries. This is a one-of-a-kind program.
It's prepared me to have a step up in my professional career.
Here at the school, they're really invested in our education.
It's a nice environment.
Maine, the temperature started at 73 degrees. Let's take a look where we are now as the sun's setting a little bit here, or the twilight. Hasn't dropped much. 71 is where we stand right now. No wind. Perfect night for the opening night of the fall sports season here with the Central Maine Mustangs, entertaining the Husson University Eagles. I'm Rob Kennedy, Caleb Lamb along with me. And get set for the second half. We'll see some changes, no doubt. And looking, see goalkeeping changes. Gabriella Smith, it looks like, is going to head out, and she is, as we predicted. She'll be starting the second half for the Eagles. Now, what we don't know yet is if Chloe Pelletier is going to be between the uprights for the Mustangs, or if Devin Elias will come back out. Caleb, I think you mentioned that Chloe played the second half last night against Thomas.
Yes, she did, and had to make a very fine save like 45 seconds into it, diving to her near side post. So she's no stranger to having to come in on a quick warm-up and immediately contribute.
Welcome to collegiate soccer.
That's right.
45 seconds into your career and facing a challenging shot. Rob Rodriguez keeping his charges over by the bench. The siren just sounding, and they'll come out now. And it is Pelletier who will be controlling the cage for the Mustangs. So both teams switching up their goalkeepers. Pelletier, a rookie from Mexico, Maine, played for Mountain Valley High School in the MVC last year. One first year replacing the other. Pelletier in for Eliason. Mustangs here in the second half, they'll attack from right to left, wearing the home whites with the red, the road greens for the Eagles. They'll defend the goal to our left and attack from left to right. It will be the Mustangs who control the ball to start the contest. Sarah Labby back in the game. Lena LeBlanc right next to her. Now we're underway. Varney. Play it back toward LeBlanc. It's cut out. And that defense has been a very tough nut to crack for the Mustangs. Doesn't give very much, despite the best efforts of a player like Varney, is trying to use her physicality to create some havoc in the front third. There just haven't been opportunities so far. Mustangs player lost her footing on that far side. It's Haley Wing, but she popped back up. Good hustle by Armstrong to come back and cut that pass out, but the Eagles back with it. Caitlin Jones doing the yeoman's work. Haley Wing. Wing ricochets that off St. Louis. St. Louis was space played through, and the flag is up, but it doesn't make any difference because Pelletier came right off her line alertly to scoop up the ball, but it'll be a free kick on the offside. Referee heading over. To switch the clock a bit because it's was counting up, was it? Or did it start? We'll start ahead at 46 minutes, not 45. So the referee has stopped the clock to get the stop the game rather to get the clock correct.
All set. Okay, just on my whistle, all right? We'll hold that.
The referee talking to Pelletier. We're back to open play. Valentine played that out wide. Nice turn by Pelletier, but laying on a space over there, trying to walk the tightrope over on the touchline. Caitlin Jones. Starting to touch again. This time it'll be a Mustangs throw. Nope, it will not be. It'll be a Eagles throw. Eagles trying to come forward again. Richards. Play it out wide. Pelletier trying to come back defensively. Eagles will try to switch the field, and unable to do so as that was stopped by Megan Remington. We were very impressed by Remington in the first 45 in her defensive play.
Certainly did a good job of getting her foot in on challenges, being able to be in and around players on the ball and put them off the shooting lanes, things like that that normally take a little bit of time to develop at the collegiate level, and she seems to have a knack for it right off the bat.
Yeah, it doesn't look a bit out of place out there, and just her second game collegiately after coming out of Bangor Christian High School. Nault. Back to the new keeper, Smith. Smith from Biddeford, Maine. He's a product of Velocity. He's got the Rising Star Award for Velocity FC. She'll go up and pick that up under the pressure from Zion Armstrong.
Good long ball there over the top from Olivia Varney. Just curled a little bit too much towards that 18-yard box, but that's a good sign of intent here to start off this second half for the Mustangs.
They really had to work for their chances in the first 45. Now back the other way. A quick attack. Kennedy Freston. There's Pelletier to claim.
Rob Kennedy, I'm a little bit surprised no headlamp today.
Well, I forgot it.
Oh, well, that would there we go.
I mean, I mentioned that at halftime, too, to Rob Munzing. I need to bring that from now on because I just didn't think about it getting dark this early, but yeah, I'll have to go with the reading glasses instead tonight.
For coming on such short notice here and figuring things out in the first broadcast of the year, we'll give you a pass.
Thank Billy Idol for that. I was supposed to be up there watching he and Joan Jett tonight up in Bangor, but Billy's sick apparently. So I got to come here, and this is not a bad backup plan.
We're certainly glad to have you.
I'd rather be singing along to Rebel Yell, but...
you can sing it if you want. I don't know how many people are going to want you to.
Kennedy karaoke on a soccer broadcast?
Maybe not.
No, let's not do that.
Heather Nelson looked a little bit banged up there after that collision, but she's immediately back on her feet and A-OK.
Almost trouble brewing there, too, as that bounced through to Freston. Freston's been a nuisance since she's come on.
Bouncing balls through the area from a lot of these long deliveries from Husson was a problem for Central Maine in the first 45.
Tarbox. Collision with Heather Nelson. Ref says play on. This time it's Riley Speed. And floating in on goal. Pelletier in perfect position to make the grab. Foul called in the midfield against Addie Lasley. Free kick to the Mustangs. Riley Pelletier was taken down. She's all right after being helped up off the deck.
Going to see Lily Caban enter the game here for the early part of the second half. She was responsible for the pregame tunes today. Now upperclassmen.
Does that rotate from a game-to-game basis?
I think it's one of those things you don't think about until you're getting ready to come out for warm-ups, and you go, oh, who are we going to put in charge of this? But she reacted well. That's the big thing that you want there.
Good long free kick, but again, that resolute defense. This is taken by Speed. Played that right into a crowd, though.
Did not catch the number Lily came in for. Did you, Rob?
I did not.
That's all right.
Work that outside Remington again. This time she's challenged. It's stolen by Tarbox. Played out to the 18, rolls through everybody. Jones.
Process of elimination tells me I think that's Pelletier who got the little knock there that got the quick sub.
Caitlin Jones, the rookie from Drake at Mass with a long shot. No problem at all for Pelletier.
A couple of long-range ones, easy enough to deal with and get her hands warmed up and everything. She'll take that.
For the most part in the first 20 minutes or so, most of the chances were shots like that back in the first half. And then the Eagles started to turn the screws a little bit, culminating in that second goal from Reed. And see Reed in the 31st minute after Haley Tarbox opened the scoring with her goal in the 19th. And that's the scoring so far here as we're into the second half. That'll be a foul called on Armstrong. Madison Higgins get back up. Olivia Varney came over to assist, but Higgins was already 3/4 of the way up by the time she got there. Kayleen Nault will take the free kick once again. She's the quarterback in these set pieces. At least when she's in the contest. She played about 30 minutes in the first half, and again, a good ball. She wanted to bounce that in somewhere between the 18 and the 6. And keeper has to be alert for that. Pelletier coming out to catch it. No harm done.
A little bit too far away for a straight-on delivery like that. You really want to bend that one more towards the post.
Now an opportunity here for LeBlanc. Played ahead. Out comes the keeper. Great aggressive goalkeeping by Gabriella Smith, but is she out?
And she was outside the box
She
and got the
was.
hand on it. And now there's going to be a discussion, I think, about was it intentional? Is this denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity territory?
See what the call is going to be.
Oh, gosh, potential red card discussion here. And how about the speed from Sarah Labby making that happen? She's the one that created the goal very late on in the game last night.
You know, a free kick is coming. It's a yellow card for the keeper.
All right.
Gabriella Smith will stay in the contest. She came flying off the line to make a good play, but out of space. And again, had to come flying off the line because I would assume her former teammate from Biddeford High School, Sarah Labby, was bearing down on goal.
And I think you have to assume there she doesn't realize she's outside the 18-yard box there where her hand makes contact.
Nah, she was just trying to make the play, and I think just lost where she was on the pitch.
Got to give her the benefit of the doubt, I think, there, that's not intentional denial and
I would
not
agree.
reaching out with a hand to purposefully try to make the save.
I would have been surprised to see a red card. Here's Sarah Labby. She will take the free kick. And bent it around over the crossbar. Not a bad attempt. But it's a goal kick.
She got the up, just not quite the down part that she needed to dip. And in that scenario, it's almost against the shooter's benefit because of how close to the 18-yard box it was. That's a tough skill to master.
Koch in. She'll take Haley Wing's spot. Smith will take the goal kick. Good physical play by Caitlin Jones to outmuscle Armstrong. Oh, that's a great move. Tarbox wants to go wide, but didn't have enough oomph on it. It was cut out by Remington. Remington in a tussle now. Riley Speed. Speed, the edge of the area. That's claimed by Pelletier.
Good job to get up there and hunt that cross down with two hands.
I made that look easy that time, too, and it wasn't. Lindsay Reed now dispossessing the Mustangs.
Taking a look at this formation as well, I think it's still a back four for Central Maine, but they appear to have put Remington out to left back, I think, to see how she can do with some of that speed down the flanks. So they continue to try out different things here in the early part of the season.
Mustangs not having much success going down the middle, trying those through balls, not with Kaylee Nault around. Again, we mentioned in the first half, she's the two-time North Atlantic Conference Defensive Player of the Year. So she's been putting that on display in this game. It's really, that's where through balls go to die.
And it's such a tough skill to master, that ability to just very subtly read the passing lanes, leave them open enough to invite that ball to come in, and then pounce and take it away instantly.
Speed off the goal kick. Great work by Armstrong to outmuscle her. That's played out into touch. We'll have a substitution. Devin St. Louis back in, the senior from Holden, Maine. She'll take Tarbox's spot. Kaylee Tarbox will be a big factor in the aspirations for this Husson team this year. She's had a very strong night. Eagles work that outside. Madison Higgins into the area, loose in the area, deflected wide. Still loose. And the Mustangs scramble it away. Nervous moments inside the area. Nault. Quick delivery to the edge of the 18. That's played into the penalty box. Sliding to claim it is Pelletier.
So many bodies in that congested area. There was just no room to squeeze that through, but a good job by Central Maine to close out that corridor and help out their goalkeeper.
For the most part, that defense is, they've been tested, but they've held up for the most part tonight. That's a good shot and bounced just wide.
Did Pelletier get a hand on that? No, they're going to say give her the benefit of the doubt there for the goal kick.
Devin St. Louis, who just came back into the game well rested, taking the opportunity. Just skipped it wide.
Troubles still continue here for the Central Maine team on just what to do with the goal kick routine. How do you get it away from all this pressure? Trying to put it out wide has resulted in just back-to-back balls out of play.
Great ball by Speed across the area. Lasley's on it. I think you said it right. Pressure's the problem. They're just rattled by the relentlessness of that attack as that shot's foiled. I think Pelletier got a paw on that before she knocked it off the upright.
She got about a fingernail on it, but it was enough to put it onto the post. Great save.
Another time off the upright or the bar for the Eagles. Now a battle right here in front of us between Labby and Nault, who played it back to the keeper. Smith pushing it over here, and that's out into touch despite the best efforts of Riley Speed. Remington. It's over Armstrong's head. The ladies in green back in possession. At least they were until Kenzie Richards came to boot it away. Riley Irons shielding the ball. And the Eagles trying to attack. That was knocked down in the middle by Varney. Varney, good poke of the toe there in a battle of 15s with Kennedy Freston. Played back to Smith. Trying to switch the field over to the left side. Eagles attacking the left flank now. Irons forward. The Mustangs regain possession. Richards. Irons.
Good tackle there from Valentine, just to sweep her right foot across and ping it off the attacker out of play.
That went off Lindsey Reed's knee, so throw in to the Mustangs. Madison Valentine wearing number 1. Number change for her this year.
Central Maine, one of those schools that doesn't necessarily believe in giving the goalkeeper the number 1 jersey. Center forward Katie Bluen wore it very well the last couple of years.
Rolled into the area, the volley is in! Kennedy Freston. A magnificent finish. And the rookie has her first goal. It's a scrimmage goal. I don't think it's going to count in the stats for her, but that's not going to change the feeling of a finish like this.
Who's that pass across from there? Is that Lasley over on the far side?
That was Lasley with a pass, and oh, what a finish that was.
Beautiful setup. That's inch perfect and such an easy finish to allow for.
Goal in the 59th minute. Kennedy Freston. Not a thing at all that Pelletier could do about that.
Not quite the routine either on the kickoff there. I like that look from Sarah Labby of sending it long down the field to try to hem your opponent in and allow you to get up the field, but you got to get that more to the corner.
Armstrong. Played into the middle toward Labby. Too many Eagles there, and Kaylee Nault again. Now a chance again. Here come the Eagles. They've just been relentless offensively. Another shot is in. Oh, they're scoring some pretty goals tonight. Just watch this blast from Lasley. Upper corner just under the crossbar, and Addie Lasley makes it 4-0.
Nothing you're going to do about that one, unfortunately.
Yeah, no
what a shot.
Lasley, the top returning goal scorer on this team with 8 last season. It shows you why she is such a dangerous sniper. So 2 goals in a 60-second span for the Eagles have doubled their advantage and really put this game beyond doubt. 30 minutes to go. The Mustangs, though, will not give up. There's no question that's not in their mindset.
And really, no reason to for how this game is. This is about trying to form those connections, that good interlinking play, and get some team chemistry going. You still got a half an hour against a team in an opposing colored jersey. Got to make the most of it.
Team that was the conference champions in the North Atlantic Conference last year and might repeat that feat this season. They have looked awfully good tonight. Oh, nice back heel by Armstrong, but defended even better, and a great tussle this is. Referees letting the ladies play. We'll get a change as Jackie Pangburn will come in a second. They wouldn't let her into that throw-in. St. Louis shaking her defender. Play that back again for Freston, who scored in that magnificent volley just moments ago, but that time she was marked well. Armstrong working that back. Just nowhere at all for the defenders of the Mustangs to go under this pressure. Pangburn in. Haley. That's Ailey Irons will come off.
Seen multiple teams bobble the bib handoff on the substitutions. You got to work on all aspects of the game. Right?
Yeah, it's early season for everything.
Thankfully, no penalty for dropping the bib, unlike, say, a baton in a relay race or something there. Only ridicule from the bench. That's the only penalty.
And the broadcasters.
That's right.
Changed it up a bit in that goal kick. Gilmore who took it. I think that's going to be a point of emphasis in upcoming practices over the next several days or so, as far as exactly what Mustangs will try to conjure up as far as working the ball out of their back third, because it does not come easy at all tonight against this Husson team.
They're not going to be the only team that's befuddled by what to do in these situations. How many times have we seen Premier League teams over the last few weeks struggle with that idea of what do you do against the high press to avoid just turning the ball back over to the opposing team?
Jillian Long just shrugging off the challenge. That time, though, St. Louis called for the foul as Megan Remington hit the deck. Evelyn Gerardo's about to check back in. They give her the go-ahead. Gilmore set to take the free kick for Central Maine.
They are going to allow the substitution here.
So in comes Gerardo. And out, Addie Lasley. Addie Lasley's probably done for the night, you would think, with a 4-0 lead. This game, again, being a friendly for the Eagles. Accountable game for the Mustangs. Just a scrimmage for the Eagles, who will open up their regular season on Saturday, hosting Emerson, who's coming up from Boston. A trip to Colby Sawyer the next day on Sunday. That's a long haul from Bangor to Henniker, New Hampshire. No easy way to do that one. Drilled out of there by Gilmore, who stepped up alertly. Schilter in the quick throw. Jillian Long's got time and space. Look at her go. Long. Gerardo in the middle. Now played back. Caitlin Jones. Now reset with Nault. Everybody getting in on the action now for the Eagles. Kendra Donahue over there in her left back position. Here's Cassie Schilter. Schilter. They let her advance. Schilter with it again after being broken up. Another good defensive play by Varney.
Good step there into the ball, into the path of the ball from Bianca Gilmore to take away that opportunity. But once again, it's just not being able to link more than two passes together that is thwarting the efforts of the Central Maine team to build anything out of their own half.
Yeah, trying to counter. There's no room there. Grace Espinette coming in. Her first action tonight. Rookie from Livermore, Maine. From Spruce Mountain, Phoenix. Sarah Labby replaced. Worked over to the touchline. It's a throw for the visitors. 65th minute. 2 goals in each half for Husson. Gerardo. Oh, excuse me, Nault. St. Louis reaches it before the goal line. Fed into the area by Long. Not out of danger yet. This time it's Gerardo. Her shot deflected. Labby. There's nowhere to turn forward as to play that back to Espinette. Labby trying to spin around defenders. There's now enough space over the touchline. That's throw in for Long. And Emma Nicholson back in. Nicholson will take Kaylee Nault's spot. I would think that's the last we'll see of Nault as well. They've had their run in, or run out rather. They've used this to kind of gain some fitness and get the legs ready for the regular season that opens up this weekend. She don't want to risk any kind of injury in a game that's a friendly for this Husson team.
Just not worth it.
It's a free kick for the Mustangs. No, it's a throw, excuse me. Espinet's there to take it. Trying to find options. There weren't any. St. Louis intercepts. That's plucked out of the air by Pelletier. Nicholson. Nicholson advancing down the touchline on that left side. She's got the space on the flank. Bounced off a challenge from Haley Wing. At pinballs in the area, Richards. Once again, the Eagles just don't give any space out there. That long shot from distance will roll out. It's time to get Paige Dunn into the contest again. Dunn, the sophomore from Vegas, will check in. And out comes Lindsay Reed. Reed, one of the 4 goal scorers tonight. Addie Lasley, Kennedy Freston, Lindsay Reed, and Haley Tarbox in reverse order. 2 in the first half, 2 in the second. It's a corner for Husson. The outswinger into the area. And the Mustangs, no problem with that, they clear. Only as far, though, as Evelyn Gerardo. Gerardo held it too long. That's the aggressive kind of challenge you can get used to seeing by Zion Armstrong. Didn't end up with possession, but forced the Eagles back. Jones trying to feed it right up Broadway. It was directed into the area by number 15, Kennedy Freston, but right at the keeper.
Good call there by Pelletier as well. Not easy for freshman goalkeepers, especially, to get used to being that bossy in the back when you're dealing with, older players in front of you. But you have to have that ability to command your area. And she did a good job there to avoid any confusion with a missed touch.
Margarano called for the foul and the free kick for the Eagles. Nicholson is ready. Here it comes. And a bouncer well wide results in a goal kick for the Mustangs. Central Maine won't be home until the 9th. What a game to start at home, though, as far as conference play is concerned. The Lynx of New Hampshire Tech coming to town.
Talking to Rob Rodriguez. Boy, is he excited about this season. The way he puts it, he's got the schedule he wants, playing so many games. He's got the roster he wants, the largest one in program history.
Yep.
And he feels like he can play all 25 of his gals. So he is very anxious to see what this team is going to look like in Yankee play, and 2 years removed from a trip to the national tournament. So they've got designs on going back there.
Champs 2 years ago, knocking off Southern Maine. Semi-finalists last year, falling to Paul Smiths. Gerardo worked that outside. Caitlin Jones. Schilter trying to force that in. It was directed right back to her. Schilter again. Opportunity for a shot. The left foot of Kennedy Freston. Scored in a volley already. That time a little too long range. This will be a throw for the Mustangs. Nope, didn't quite get out of touch. Now, a free kick, it looks like, is a foul called.
Well, touch there on the left leg from Nicholson to commit the challenge.
Margarano's back up, and here comes Elena LeBlanc. LeBlanc back in.
Sarah Labby getting a break. Did a good job of leading the line, but not a lot of service in her direction to try and take advantage of that speed up front.
And possession-wise, to set up chances, you have to have the ball, and that's just something that the Husson Eagles have not allowed the Mustangs to do at all.
She did do a good job of getting in at the goalkeeper, who got caught in that dangerous space just outside the area. The best moment offensively for the Mustangs tonight that led to a yellow card. But there hasn't been a lot of end product here for Central Maine to take out of this game.
Don't keep stats as far as possession's concerned, but I have to say it's 70-30. That'd be my guess.
Right.
Freston couldn't work that in. Great work to come back on that ball by Jillian Long to take it away from Espinette. Long with it again. Armstrong did enough, but Long has it again. Espinette watching her. Long switching to the left foot. Chested down in the area. The Mustangs trying to work this out. Not yet. It's kept in. An opportunity perhaps for St. Louis. Her shot off the outside of the iron. I think off that metal stanchion. Or is that PVC as well? Either way, above the side netting, it was wide.
Sounded like metal. Sounded.
We'll call that part metal. You just got to watch that last 60-second series. That's kind of is emblematic the way the game's gone for the most part. You want to have a game where your team's put under constant pressure as far as a tune-up's concerned. This is it for Rob Rodriguez because they have been under fire.
There will be coaching moments, things like that right there where you're sweeping the ball away, have to avoid conceding the corner kick. Don't give needless set pieces to your opponents, things like that.
Paige Dunn over to take it.
There's coaching moments to be taken from everything.
You know, from experience, the coaches always will find those moments, even if they don't seem to exist. Solid corner out by the 18. Headed away. Higgins tried to flick that backward. Nicholson trying to get away from pursuers. That's a good ball in the area. Still free and in. A tap in for Jillian Long. As that ball skittered through the area and Long connects. It's the 5th goal of the night. You'll see it again here.
Nice initial job to get hands on that one as it was towards the corner, but couldn't divert it away from the path of the onrushing forward.
Yeah, it's kind of bounced up off the turf and was spinning a bit. Pelletier got a touch to that. And Long just completely unmarked. So a goal in the 73rd minute. Jillian Long, the freshman. She had an assist, or, well, take that back. She had a great pass that in high school would have resulted in an assist, but not in college because of the number of touches on Haley Reed when she took the shot. But a very impressive performance tonight by the rookie out of Newmarket, New Hampshire. Deflected high, kind of popped up, and a handball called on Freston. Just unlucky for the rookie. Gilmore will take the free kick.
Another change here. We'll see Mana Abdow for the first time.
Yep. Abdow, a sophomore from Lewiston. Or Blue Devil. And Abdow will replace Madison Valentine. Gilmore will get us back to open play. Nice delivery outside the area. Trying to bulldoze her way in is Varney. And Varney wins the corner. And Varney will take the corner for the Mustangs. Kylie Irons wants to check back in, so does Melina Strickland. Bouncing in the edge of the area, controlled by the Eagles, and played away from danger. Lily Caban will head to the bench, and also Kendra Donahue coming off for the Eagles. Mustangs trying to set something up offensively here. Armstrong trying to play that into the box, but end up behind the goal line for a goal kick. The 75th minute of the 90. 5 different goal scorers tonight for Husson. These Eagles have been as advertised. League champs last year, went to the Division III tournament. Kind of been a rough ending to the hands of NYU, but don't forget NYU was one of the top 20 teams in the country at the time. Kaylee Nault back in. And Haley Tarbox. They're not quite done for the night. A little more exercise. Time out there on the pitch. Caitlin Jones and Kennedy Freston. Freston with a goal tonight. Yeah, the two players replaced. They'll head back to the bench for Coach Dennis Mullins. Eagles looking to turn and go. They've got Long on that right flank, but couldn't get it to her. It was intercepted by Gilmore. Gilmore taken down. A very nice challenge by Nault. Again, showing why she's such a defensive force. Oh, great turn. Here's an opportunity and a great save. Pelletier taking a goal away from Jackie Pangburn. You thought when it left her foot, the velocity and placement of that would make it 6-0, but Chloe Pelletier, the rookie keeper, had other ideas.
Fine save there, strong hands to push it away, but that's one that comes from a mistake again.
Yep, we'll see
the
it here.
turnover there that allows her the chance to run free. Great cutback here to open up the angle. Oh, look at that.
Perfectly played. Perfectly played. One for the highlight reel for Pelletier. That was a great play by Pangburn to switch from the right to the left foot. Just shed the defender. Made that look easy.
As I was saying about the turnover there, that'll be another coaching point to talk about for Rob Rodriguez. When you've got a defender trying to bring that ball out to help you out like Bianca Gilmore did, Zion Armstrong, you want her coming to the flank, open yourself up, don't hide behind that defender who's taken away the passing lane, and defender paid the price. Gilmore was already banged up after the first half with a sizable blister that needed trimming on her right toe.
Long feeding that into the area. It's volleyed high and wide for a goal kick. The Eagles looking to put the cherry on top with a spectacular goal off a feed and a volley.
They still haven't gotten to the 6 goals that they scored last year, so CM makeshift backline right now with all the different combinations will feel like this is still going about how it did last year, unfortunately for them, but they have had some good plays.
Tarbox unmarked, switching to the left foot to score. She's got a brace. She opened the scoring in the 19th minute and adds on the 6th goal here in the 78th.
But there was not going to be any stop in that one. Good job by Tarbox. Just a turn, get herself open, and then she tucks it past the onrushing Pelletier, who was valiantly trying to cut down the angle.
It looked like the defense just lost sight of her there as there were two markers who converged on the ball. Unfortunately, though, that left Tarbox all by herself when the pass found her. One-on-one with a keeper, and Tarbox will win that battle far more often than not.
It's also that thought about when you've got a speedy player like Tarbox driving towards you, you're trying to constantly backpedal, keep her in front of you. When she stops and allows the angle to open up, you have to be able to react just as quickly, or else you're leaving her 5 yards of space to set her sights and pick out a good target for the shot.
Spinette with a good play to slow down Higgins, who came in from the back. Nault. Get all the way through again to Jillian Long. Long turning on the Jets. Spinette trying to stay with her. Knocked down and out of the area by the Mustangs.
Haley Wing trying to shield that one off there, but off her left foot and out of bounds for another corner kick.
Jillian Long set to take up the corner. Long setting up right-footed, try to hit the outswinger away from Pelletier, the keeper. And a bouncer loose in the area, deflected toward the goal. Abdow there. Husson player fell down, but play continues. And the Mustangs looking to counter here. Here come the Mustangs. Played forward. And out comes the keeper to boot that away, Gabriella Smith. Well, she's an aggressive goalkeeper on that line. Look how far out she came. Got burned the first time when she handled the ball early in the second half, just outside of the area. Got a yellow card for her trouble. But again, aggressive keeping. And snuff out some promising-looking plays.
Sweeper keeper certainly there, and there might be an element of having gone too long without being involved. You want to come and get that ball.
As that, too, eagerness.
This is going to be behind for a corner kick, though, and an opportunity to get bodies forward for Central Maine.
That was off Shilter. So the corner for Central Maine. Flicked in the area. Chance maybe now for the Mustangs. They can set something up. But they're forced back by Husson. Challenge deemed illegal. It's a free kick for Central Maine. You got Jillian Long, who's been pretty busy lately for the foul. And she won't be busy much longer. She'll be replaced by Riley Speed.
Melina Strickland can stand over this one. I can say from experience working with her, we've been working on the low, hard deliveries, but this would probably call for a good bending ball to the back post from this distance.
4 targets in the area, now 3 as they've backed off. The Bay Stater Strickland. That's a good ball, but no one on the other end of it. Abdow was close. She slowed the breakout down as the Eagles tried to counter. They set up a second chance here. Shot deflected back toward that far touch line.
Varney certainly not afraid to pull the trigger whenever the opportunity arises, but too many bodies in the way there to block it aside.
Yeah, Varney gets a chance. She's going to open fire.
She's got the type of hard shot that can be very difficult to stop.
You don't score 100 goals in high school by being shy. Timid is not in her vocabulary. Riley Speed.
Great movement here from us in the interchanging play.
Pangborn fires. Directed wide and out for a corner.
I think a little skip from, a little slip on that shot as it came in. And I think that caught the referee off guard. He's not going to give the corner kick here either.
Yeah, it's a goal kick. It definitely seemed like it touched the keeper Pelletier.
100% a save, but I think it was just such an awkward motion with her having to Superman forward there onto her chest to get the arm to it when that foot skidded out on her that had the looks of just letting that ball go wide at the last second.
Sub coming in for Husson, number 18 is in. We don't have that in either of our rosters. Maybe it's Madison Weigler, who did play keeper. I mean, she's been getting a run out here in the last 7 minutes to play up front. Same kind of stuff you saw at Central Maine with Emma Knowles. Brought up front, but not in a practice capacity. When they wanted to add some offense, she was taken out of the goal and thrown into the fray. We'll see. Caleb Williams is going to go find out and see if my guess that's Weigler is correct. That's played back, and Higgins floats that into the area. Oh, that's a great keep. It goes right back to be Anka Gilmar, scratched out Elena LeBlanc. LeBlanc in the way again. She'll clear it away.
Is indeed Weigler, who's out there sporting the 18 on her back. Great call from Rob Kennedy.
Now, this process of elimination is that one. A long range shot just under the crossbar.
How about that effort off the left foot of Paige Dunn? That was a rocket.
Yep, it was.
Dipping and diving and under the bar, but only by an inch or so.
Perfect placement. Well, Paige Dunn with a goal. Is the 6th player to hit the score sheet of the 7 goals tonight for the Eagles. Kennedy Freston in. And Paige Dunn scoring that goal is elated She'll come off. That was a great shot. Eagles want some more. Stepping onto that is Freston. Her pass cut out. Freston again outside. Speed. Nault. Nault still. Eagles just letting the air out of the game now with a commanding lead. Higgins. Almost showed too much to Wing there. Wing forced her outside. Higgins with it again. Scooping the ball into space. Good work by Gilmore to be the first one there. Let that go out for the goal kick. Caitlin Jones back in for the Eagles. And Kaylee Nault's replaced. Into the 86th minute of the 90. A 5-goal outburst here in the second half has put this game well beyond reach. A brace tonight for Haley Tarbox. Lindsay Reed with a goal tonight. Kennedy Freston, Addie Lasley, Jillian Long, and last but certainly not least, Paige Dunn as that in on goal, and Pelletier had to be alert to play that out of the air. Abdow couldn't quite get there. It's Freston. Schilter. Too much congestion in the middle. That was played away, but only as far as Riley Speed. Speed with a left foot. And a shot in, no problem at all. Grabbed by Pelletier, another save for the rookie keeper. Got the high bouncer on it up over Monterano. He's still fighting for it, though. Abdow there to help.
Pelletier certainly had her fair share of shots coming in tonight. Might have allowed the 5 goals, but still 10 saves she's made, double digits.
You really can't fault her for any of the goals.
No.
Maybe the one that kind of skipped over her a little bit she might want back, but she's played well too. So relentless pressure tonight for the girls in green.
Husson certainly seemed like they were dialing in their shooting boots after that first half.
Yeah. You know, they scored those 2 quick ones. 2 goals in a minute after a decent job of Central Maine's defense for the first 15 minutes, kind of keeping the finger in the dam, but it burst with those 2 goals in 60 seconds by Freston and by Leslie.
I think it was 34 seconds
Yeah.
when you
It was
break
quick.
it down there.
Yep.
That was a good quick fire response to, as you said, really felt like they put the game to bed, and that helped them grow in confidence as well that, hey, let's go out there and have some fun. And usually the more relaxed you are, the better results you're going to end up with in the long run.
Reigning champs of the North Atlantic Conference. First title since 2009. Would love to win another one. Championships are certainly addictive. Eagles with the throw. Jones.
Offside.
The flag is up over on the near side. Free kick for the Mustangs.
A little revenge being handed out here by the women's team for Husson after their men's team falling 3-1 to Central Maine last night on the road.
And Husson does a great job of streaming their games. Didn't have that one on the stream last night. I was kind of hoping that either that or Thomas would stream. But being preseason, they don't always. But they do a good job up there at Husson, especially with their broadcasts. Of course,
Spot
that
of
is
the NESCOM school, of
you
course.
beat me to it. That's what I was going to say. They've taken over NESCOM, where a lot of fine broadcasters come from. Played Over to the touchline here on the near side. It's a throw-in for Riley Speed and Husson. Speed and acres of space. Runs out of room on that goal line. Can't keep it in. A goal kick for Central Maine. We're about to enter the 90th minute.
One more chance to see this goal kick routine. Do you have any different looks to try out here to try and break this press? I think they're going to stick it on the foot of Bianca Gilmore.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
Gilmore will take this one.
Have her let it ride.
That got through. And will there be enough space to catch up to it? There is. Great hustle by Haley Wing to keep that alive. Varney was chasing it, but Nicholson got there too quickly to defuse the situation.
Great lung-busting run by Haley Wing late on. Has played a lot of minutes tonight.
Varney will take the other throw. 30 seconds remains. Varney, good strong throw, but it ricochets. Allows the Eagles a chance to clear. Head toward Pangburn. Pangburn will take on 3 defenders. Look at her go. And a bouncing shot. Kept out, and that'll do it.
Not the start Central Maine was looking for on home field here, Rob, but a lot to be taken away in the early season against what I would wager is going to be the best team they will face all year, regardless of how far their season goes, and those can sometimes be the most valuable lessons you take from a year.
Well, when you bring into town a reigning conference champion, a team that played in the Division III national tournament, you're doing that to gain some experience against high-quality competition, and no doubt about that, the Husson University Eagles are high-quality competition. 7-0 the final score tonight. Next time we'll see this women's team will be on September 9th, as NHTI, New Hampshire Technical Institute, will be in town. We'll see you then for more women's action. Thanks for watching it on Munzing Media. I'm Rob Kennedy for Caleb Lamb and Rob Munzing saying good nights from Auburn